Hello and welcome to FYE 101 during the spring 2021 semester. My name is Tracy Dotson and I'll be your instructor for this class. In this video, I'm going to go over COBRA and all the parts of it that you'll need to know to get the materials and to turn in the assignments. So as we go through this, if you have any questions, please write them down and send them in an email or ask them during our Wednesday Zoom meeting. So once you log into COBRA, you'll click on FYE 101 and this will be our home page. And there's a couple different information pieces here on our home page. First is the announcement section. So when you click onto here for the first time, you'll see this video that you're watching right now. I'll post it right here. And in the announcement section are just reminders, anything important that's coming up, I'll put those announcements right here. And then below the announcement section is a general college syllabus, which just has the general policies for the college. On the right, you'll find the calendar, which it'll remind you of when drop boxes and discussion boards close. There's Parkland News, student updates, and Parkland Library resources. So the two big things that you need to know for the home page is the announcement section and probably the calendar. Up at the top, there's multiple tabs. You will be using content, discussions, Dropbox, quizzes, and grades for the semester. Under content, this is where all the material is going to be found for this semester. The first thing they're listed on the left, overview. This is where you can find the course syllabus for this semester. And a syllabus is it's usually a document that gives you contact information for your instructor. It explains what the course is about, how it's all laid out, organized. You have an academic calendar, and then any resources that the college has that they want you to know about. Okay, and so I've actually made a video where I go through this syllabus for you, and it explains all the things that you need to know. Now, this is a very long document. I do not expect you to memorize it, okay? However, you will have a quiz over it, and there's only going to be, it's a short quiz with only 10 things that you need to know for it. And in that video where I go over the syllabus, I actually tell you what those 10 things are, okay? So make sure you take notes on that. Under the table of contents, you will find a folder for each week of the semester, okay? And so what I expect for you is that every Monday, starting at 8 a.m., that folder will be made available to you for that week. I will try to do my best to get it uploaded on Sunday, but you're guaranteed 8 a.m. Monday morning, the folder will be up for that week. And in each folder, you will have two subfolders, okay? So right here, you see just some introductory directions, instructions, and then below are these two subfolders. All right, you'll have a folder of things that are due for Wednesday and a subfolder of things that are due on Sunday. So this is what week 1 will look like. So on week 1, you look underneath what's due for Wednesday, reading the syllabus, and there on that page, there'll be a link to a video that you can watch where I go over it. There's an introductory PowerPoint. So here you can look at the video where I explain the PowerPoint, and if you just want to look at the PowerPoint, it's right here. You will have weekly check-ins every week. They're very short assignments that are done in the Dropbox. It's not a file that you have to upload. You just go to the Dropbox, click on your weekly check-in, and there the instructions are, and then there's a box where you can type up your answers. And then I'll always post, every Wednesday we meet on Zoom from 6 to 6:50, and those are required classes. And I'll post the link with the meeting information there. And then for week 1, make sure you purchase your required materials and textbook, and I've got a list of stuff there as well. All right, so that's hopefully the things that you will see and start working on for Wednesday. Anything that is due on Wednesday is due, like an assignment in a Dropbox, it's due before 11:59 Wednesday night. Okay, so this check on here, you should get it done before 11:59 on Wednesday. That means that the Dropbox will actually close at 11:59, so make sure you get in there before then to complete it. However, because this is the first week, I will actually make this first check-in due on Sunday, but just know check-ins will be due on that Wednesday. And then Sundays, due on Sunday is a pre-assessment worksheet. You will have to read the first chapter of the textbook, but if you're still trying to get a hold of a copy this week, it's being shipped to you. This is a PDF file of the scan chapter 1, so you can read it from here. There is a discussion post. Here are the instructions for that, and here are instructions of how to complete the syllabus quiz as well. Okay, so just because these are under the Sunday folder does not mean that you can't start on them before Wednesday. Okay, so this is all the stuff that is due this week. So feel free to get started on it. Take a look at it. Plan out your week. Okay, when can I get this done? When can I get that done? Okay, we're all very busy. We probably are taking a couple of different classes. We have work, we have kids, we have siblings, and we have a pandemic that we're living into. Okay, so planning and figuring out when to get stuff done is going to be a big thing for us this semester. All right, so that's the content. So when you come in each week, you'll click on that week's folder, and that's how the folder will be set up. Under discussions, you will have 4 discussion posts this semester. The first discussion post is up here already. It's just an introductory post. Okay, so you're introducing us to everyone. For discussion posts 2, 3, and 4, you will post your discussion post, and then you will be required to respond to 2 other posts. You don't have to respond to anybody else's for post number 1. Okay, and when we get to those discussion posts, we'll talk more about that. Dropbox, this is where all of your homework will be turned in. So here for week 1, you have your weekly check-in, and then you have your worksheet. Now the weekly check-in, I put it to close Wednesday night, but I will reopen that, like I said, so that you have till Sunday, especially if not everybody has gotten up to speed on everything, because it's the first week. We're all getting new to this, okay? So this worksheet is actually a Word document. If we go back under the content tab, it is a Word document. Now, if you have Word on your computer, you can download this. You'll scan below the document and click on download. You can download it. There'll be a yellow tab at the top, enable editing, and then you can actually type on this document. These are multiple choice questions, so you can put your answer here in the blank, or you can actually highlight your answer. Then you will resave that document, and then you will upload that document to the Dropbox. Now here's the thing about the Dropbox. You can only submit files from Microsoft Word or a PDF file. If you are using Google Docs, it will not connect. Okay? So I know sometimes, especially with this online learning, technology can be a hard, tricky thing for students to get a hold of. So if you have a computer but it doesn't have Word, when you go into your email, your Parkland email, you want to go up here to the left where these dots are. It will take you to this page. Okay? You want to click over here where it says Office 365, and then over here it says Install Office. Okay? So you will click on this first link. You will get Word, Excel, PowerPoint, a whole bunch of different stuff. Okay? And you can actually install this Office up to 5 devices while you're here at Parkland. Okay? So if you have, not necessarily a Chromebook, but if you have an actual laptop, you can actually install all of this onto your computer. Okay? So that's one way to use Word. I've had other students, let's say you don't have Word. So what they're going to do is they're going to go to their email. They're going to do a new message to me. You'll put in my email here. You'll put a subject line, whatever that is, you'll put pre-assessment worksheet as the subject line. And then you'll say, "Hi, Miss Dotson," or "Hi, Tracy. Here is my homework for the pre-assessment worksheet." And then you will actually type up your answers in this email and send it to me that way. Or you can handwrite on a notebook paper your answers to this worksheet. If you have a printer, scanner, or copier, you can actually scan that page as a PDF and submit that PDF to the Dropbox. Or you can take a picture of that notebook paper and email it to me as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can submit your work. Now please know that this semester there will be a couple of different papers, several different assignments where you have to type up parts of it, and that will be required typed. So this semester, if you don't have a computer to type up your information on, come talk to me. We'll try and figure out something for you. The library at Parkland does have laptops that you can borrow for the semester. I don't know if they have limited supply, things like that, but you also can visit the library as well to use their computers. So that's the Dropbox. quizzes, where you take your syllabus quiz, it will be under the quizzes tab, and then grades is right here. Always make sure you look at your grades. So those are the parts of COBRA that you will need to know to make sure that you get all of your information and you turn in all of your work. If you have any questions, please let me know, bring them to the Zoom meeting, or feel free to email me. And I look forward to meeting you all on Wednesday.